Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, no notifications for the Joe Rogan podcast. Joe uploaded a podcast yesterday on Spotify, exclusively on Spotify. Took down all the YouTube, all the YouTube Joe JRE episodes. All I don't know how many, 1,500. Pulled them off. You could only get them now on Spotify. But anyway, number 1575 is Bill Burr. I'm just starting to listen to it now. And there's another one that was uploaded today. So I don't get notified. It used to be, you know, over the years, I'd get a notification from YouTube. Oh, JRE just uploaded a new episode, and I listened to it as soon as it came out. I mean, I was like one of the first couple of hundred guys or couple of thousands guys watching it as soon as it came out. By the way, Joe Rogan used to do his podcast live. That was years ago. He stopped doing that like 2 years ago. And as we all know, Joe is no longer on YouTube. He's exclusively on Spotify as of December 1st. And people are pissed. I'm going to play a clip in a minute about some people are abandoning him. Joe with that $100 million plus, I heard like 200 million, who knows, but it's at least $100 million from Spotify. Now, here's the thing. I have not subscribed to Spotify. All right. You could still get the Joe Rogan podcast for free, but you have to endure the ads. And there are a lot of them. And Joe is not very good with ads. I just listened to like 6 of them before the podcast started, and it's brutal. Like, Joe is so stiff, and he's trying to make it funny. Like, hey, cash cow. He's so stiff. Like, cash cow. And then, hey, bitches. Like, he's trying too hard. He's not relaxed. I'm like, Joe, didn't you used to be an actor? Like, relax. You know who was good? I was talking to my wife, who was really good with the ads. Because listen, you need the ads. Either you pay the subscription, $9 a month, or you have to listen to the ads. That's part of life. That's how anyone makes money. Everything. You need the ads. And I have no issue or problem with ads. But just play the regular tape. They like live ads. But Howard Stern was the best with the ads. I started listening to Stern as soon as he came to New York, right? 82. In 1982, NBC, WNBC, you saw the movie. I hated that movie, by the way, Private Parts. But I got hooked on Stern before he even went to K-Rock. WNBC, I've done several videos on Howard Stern. I was a huge fan. I don't like him anymore. He's okay. But I lost interest in Stern in the 90s, right around when he came out with this movie. And then I came back to him. He got better. And then I didn't pay for Sirius Radio. It's a long story. I'm not going to do that now. But when he started out, Howard was the best. And you had never heard about that. Like, Vincent. Remember that? Vincent. The commercials were just as entertaining as the show itself. How about Big Al? These were local customers, local clients. Like Big Al. What was it? Big Al was a furniture store or something, I think, or maybe it was a clothing store for big people. Big Al, big fat slob. It was the funniest thing. You have all these adjectives like big fat portly Al. I'm not doing it justice. You have to. I don't even know if they're old tapes of Howard Stern's old commercials. Okay, so that's number one. Joe sucks with the commercials. By the way, Joe Rogan used to be better at this. Go listen to his early podcasts, like 2010, 2011, 2012. He'd just be on his computer with Red Band, and he'd be reading, these ads, and he just didn't give a fuck. He was stoned, and he was so loose, like, hey, fuckers. It was funny, Joe is psyching himself out. He's psyched up, man. He just signed this contract, just moved to Austin, Texas, and he's got a family. He's got a wife and 2 kids, actually 3 kids, 2 young kids with his wife, and then another out of marriage, the third one who's grown, so you don't have to worry about her. But, you kind of do still, but you know what I mean. The 2 young ones, and you can't just pick up and leave. That money's nice. Who knows, maybe did he overextend himself? Or who's going to walk away from hundreds of millions of dollars? He's a little tight. I think he'll get through this, but you could hear the stiffness in his interviews. His last 6, 7, 8 shows, like definitely the last week on Spotify, not good, not his best stuff. and it's noticeable. And I'm pulling for him because I love Joe. All right, so I am freezing now. It's 23 degrees here in the Catskills, and look, I just broke my zipper. So this is one of my favorite coats, and I got a small jacket underneath, and it's freezing. So I'm gonna make this a two-parter because I have another clip from a show called The Quartering. You know what? I could do it now, I think. Let's see here. It's a show called The End of an Era. And I'll put the link right in the comment section as I usually do. So listen to this. Ready? Here we go. Sorry for the pause. No end. Oh, see, here's a commercial for this guy. We live on, listen, I don't have commercials. I'm a tiny channel. I'm growing, but I'm sure if I had a lot, it's really no big deal. Anybody who monetizes, that's how you make a little bit of cash, right? Here we are. Listen. Here we are. And there's the circle here. Let me turn it this way. I'll put it here. Look at that. You see that? An end of an era of Joe Rogan, JRE on YouTube.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it's the end of an era for many of us who enjoyed Joe Rogan's podcast here on YouTube. Those days are now over. It's a date that we've known is coming, but now that it's here, it's too real. Joe Rogan has now removed nearly 2 billion views. He has removed all of his podcasts from his main channel. A brief look at his Social Blade. Subscriber growth has significantly slowed over the past 30 days, gaining down 42%, gaining just 150,000 subscribers, right? Am I right? Speaking of which, I'm pushing hard for 1 million subscribers. I deliver 5 to 7 videos a day on this channel. There's a red subscribe button down right below. I know a lot of people don't rely on notifications, just their sub box. So I'm really hoping you'll hit that button today. We're pushing hard to reach 1 million by the end of the year. Can't do it without you. Yesterday, removing 1.8 billion views. 1.8 billion views removed yesterday.
This is from a couple of days ago. That's what he's talking about.
Removed today. He is now privating or removing his entire back catalog from YouTube. Press S to spit on Spotify. Well, maybe click like. And the backlash is real. People are not happy about it, and there will be a significant portion of his audience that does not move over to Spotify.
Let me switch hands. My hands are freezing.
Joe Rogan is still Spotify's #1 show, and there will be people that reluctantly move forward afterwards, but initially people are not happy, and they're taking it out on the clips. Joe Rogan's fans outraged after podcast moves exclusively to Spotify. Now, I knew that would happen, but I didn't think he was going to delete his back catalog. That feels worse. Like you can't go back and listen to classic episodes.
It's no big deal.
Joe Rogan has become one of the most popular podcasters on YouTube, with his channel accumulating 965 million views and 10 million subscribers since its launch in 2009.
Let me just pause.
Rogan has become well known.
I'm going to put this in the comment section, the whole thing. It's called The Quartering. You could still go on Spotify and listen to all those episodes. You know, you might have some commercials, that's all. So it's really not a big deal. And I might end up going with the Spotify. I think it's $9 a month. The first 3 months are free. I don't know. We'll see. But let me just play a little bit more, and then I'll post it in the comment section. I'm already at 9 minutes. Just a couple, like 30 more seconds.
The internet and celebrity spheres, and has hosted a wide variety of superstar guests like Kanye West and Elon Musk. However, many grew concerned back in May after he announced that, this is via Deserto, by the way, that the podcast would be making a move exclusively to Spotify. Until now, Episodes have been accessible in full along with highlights of Joe Rogan Experience YouTube channel. But as of December 2nd, full episodes of the podcast are exclusively
It's actually
available on
December 1st.
Spotify. In highlight clips from recent episodes that have been uploaded to YouTube, the description reads, "This clip taken from Joe Rogan Experience number
Okay.
1572. Now,
Listen to the rest of it because he goes through some of the comments from people. I don't know where they're getting this. See, there's another thing that sucks about Spotify. No comment section. That was one of the appeals of YouTube. You really want that feedback loop. Joe would get tens of thousands of comments for each episode, and it was great. I used to get involved with it. There were a lot of shit, troll, douchebags, and all that. But some of the feedback was very, very good. You know, you take a look at Joe's audience. You know, a lot of really smart people are listening to the show. You know, not just meatheads. Like Joe has scientists, writers, some of the smartest people on planet Earth on Joe Rogan show. You know, so all right. I'm almost 11 minutes, and I am freezing my balls off, and my hands are like ice cold. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be continue for the winter. I usually bring it inside. I'll figure something out. All right, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Table 2.